I was doing some reading actually, and I read that your dad is a stunt person and you
Mhm.
kind of got to do your own, like, shooting, riding a horse, all of that, that felt kind of nice and fitting.
Yeah, I grew up with horses. I grew up riding horses. Never did I think, well, I just started acting really maybe 6 years ago now, and never did I think that horseback riding would be universally connected. Even though I have a stunt background and a horseback riding background, nothing compares to riding bareback. That is like that's like a whole different world, honestly. You don't have the reins, you only have the mane, and you don't have a saddle, so you only have to like hold on with your legs. So I mean, I'm 25 and I don't have those muscle reflexes. So no matter what my background was with stunts, it was still really hard.
Wait, so that was all you?
So we did half and half. I would say I had a stunt double. Her name was Paloma, and she was freaking fantastic. But I think, I mean, there's a scene where I like lope up. I have my long hair in my skirt, and they used the one I did, which I was so proud of, because we both, so like she did it and then I would do it, and she would do it and I would do it. So whatever was the best, right? But I was really proud of that moment.
Were you able to ask the writers if it was like intentionally kind of similar to Mulan? Like, was that something that was in mind?
I haven't even seen Mulan. Like I know the like what she goes through, but I didn't even put two and two together until I was actually describing the girl who loved horses to one of my friends, and they're like, wow, it's so Mulan-esque. And I was like, oh, I didn't even think about that. But yeah, it is quite similar. But I didn't ask Liz or Carly if there was an influence there or not.
Yeah, I felt when you were cutting the hair, I was like, this has to be intentional, but okay.
Who's that girl staring back
Yeah.
at me? Yeah, no, I didn't even think about that.
Well, and then, you are of like Asian heritage.
Mhm.
What was that like? Because I mean, you never really see anybody, at least in like your typical Western.
Yeah,
It's
100%.
different.
Yeah, I doing a period piece was always a dream of mine. People ask me like, what's my dream role? But I don't really have a dream role. Any role that I get is a dream come true, but I knew I wanted to do a period piece. But like you said, I don't know where I would fit. Like I'm Native American, Asian American, and usually those people wouldn't be leading roles in Westerns. So that was also a huge like jaw-dropping moment of like, oh my god, it's a period piece and she's a leading role and she's also really empowering. Like, yeah, it was awesome.
Do you know how there's that whole like horse girl thing?
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel like you had any obligation to be like, being a horse girl isn't bad?
Yeah, yeah, I know. Why does that exist? Like, I don't know. I mean, horses are so cool, and a lot of people are afraid of horses. So, like, the horse girl thing should totally be just not a thing, because horse girls are freaking strong and awesome. And I hadn't even thought about that, actually, the stigma behind horse girls, because hopefully when people watch this episode, they're like, dang, this girl is cool and she likes horses. Great. Horses are awesome.
Well, if I knew that like that was actually you doing like bareback, I'd be like, okay, maybe all horse girls, there's something to them.
I mean, even getting on a huge animal that weighs hundreds of pounds and riding it and guiding it and loping and fully, running in on mountains and down steep hills, that takes a lot of balls. Like, I don't know why the horse girl thing is so looked down upon.